The International Trade Administration Commission says it will finalize the revised floor price formula and related tariff for maize, wheat and sugar by the end of the year. ITAC says the new formula must take into account food inflation, exchange rate fluctuations and the effects of drought.
The variable tariff formula, which determines the floor price for maize, wheat and sugar, has been in place since 1999. It's not been revised for maize due to surplus production, and it's been reviewed 3 times for wheat and sugar. There is now a wholesale review of the formula to protect local producers from cheap imports.
If global prices were low and fell below the floor price, therefore imports coming in at relatively cheap prices, an import duty would be levied in order to bring the import price to the same level as the floor price at which the local producers can compete and be economically viable and sustainable.
The new floor price will have to balance the interest for profitability by farmers and affordability for consumers. The Bureau for Food and Agricultural Policy, BFAP, protects consumers.
For instance, in the instance of wheat, we would request BFAP to make an impact analysis in terms of what would be the impact on rate prices if a specific level of duty is determined.
Meanwhile, the poultry industry is also monitoring the effects of the Africa Growth Opportunity Act, AGOA, by the United States. The U.S. has not taken up its quota of 65,000 tons of chicken exports to South Africa. It stood at 23% for the first quarter of this financial year.
The utilization of that quota is quite low. It's not what we expected. What we are seeing is that South African importers continue to prefer importing from the European Union.
ITAC says it will consult all stakeholders, including farmer organizations and consumer bodies, before coming to recommend a decision on the new floor prices and tariffs. Bulelani Philip, SABC News, Parliament.